Friday, everybody. It's Christal, and we are here with an exclusive reality check with one of my favorite people. We know when we see this man's face, it is time to get into some Ready to Love. So I'm going to bring my guest in tonight. Come on in, Nephew Tommy. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Kristen. How you doing?
I'm good. You know, we love having you on. We love talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all of that on Ready to Love. So you're back in Houston this time.
Oh my God, back in Houston, but this time really in Houston. You know, the last time we were at a resort on a bubble due to COVID-19, but this time we are smack dab in the middle of H-Town, and we are about to give it to the people.
Okay, you know what? Because I guess we couldn't. You know, I'm here in Atlanta, so I was kind of partial to Atlanta. So we're going to give you guys another try. Because, we'll give Houston another try because you're right. You guys were on a resort, so it didn't really feel like Houston,
right?
Even though the cast was from there. What I want to do is play this trailer, and then let's talk about this season.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Tommy Miles, and I'm back at it again.
Friday, April 2nd.
This season, I'm bringing the heat from my hometown of Houston. Well, I'll be helping 20 eligible singles find something real. And there's more than a few surprises along the way. For the first time in Ready to Love history, we're going to find out if the lonely hearts of the Lone Star State are truly ready to love.
Season premiere, Friday, April 2nd, 9/8 Central.
Tonight,
you left us hanging. You left us hanging in the first time in Ready to Love history.
Boom! Right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. So guess what? We're just hours away. It's later tonight. You're gonna see all these big surprises that I have for you. But I think you guys are in for a treat. I think Houston's gonna represent on a different level this time, and I'm happy and excited. My favorite episode, my favorite season was season 1.
Okay.
This is up there with season 1.
Oh, now that's huge. Now you put your mouth out there. Now we're gonna have to have you put it out there. We're gonna have to have you come back and back that up, because I think a lot of people really were excited about the show for the first season because it was something new. Right. It was fresh, and you could tell the cast here in Atlanta had no clue what they were in for.
And you know what? They didn't. And it was all just in the moment. And, so then you get a couple more seasons after that. And then people think, okay, I watched this. This is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. So the best thing about this season is the producers have learned that.
Okay.
So now they're 3-4 steps ahead of everybody. So that's why I'm telling people all the time that we're throwing curveballs this season, because every week I'm throwing these contestants something different that they haven't seen in any of the past seasons. So they're like, oh my God, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Don't worry about it. Quit trying to figure the show out and try to fall in love. That's what you need to do.
Right. Because I got to tell you, I got to go back to this last season there were a lot of surprises from the cast.
Girl. So,
and that's one of my questions is how, you had a pregnancy, you had several people having babies, some people at the resort with the baby.
It was a hot mess. Listen, me and my wife went to a little premiere gathering for the season that was on the resort. And I get there and I see one of the young ladies that was on the show, but I'm looking at her like, I'm a little puzzled. And I'm looking at her, I say, you all right? What's going on? She said, I'm pregnant. I say, oh, okay. I said, now we just finished shooting this a month or so ago. All right. Just about a month, maybe 6 weeks.
Right.
So when I see her and she tells me, yeah, I'm 8 months pregnant. I said, now I know math. I got math down to a science. So you were pregnant when you was on the resort. Get out of town. And then I go around the room, and then we got 2 guys who supposedly got possibly babies on the way. I'm like, what is this? Is a mess. So this season, no babies. Okay.
Can you confirm?
I can confirm no babies. We got real women, real people that are looking for love. And let me tell you something about these sisters on this one. They some boss ladies up in there.
Okay.
It's some great entrepreneurs. It's some great business women that's doing their own thing, have their own businesses, and I am proud of them, which makes the guys have to elevate their game, because when you're dealing with a boss lady, she's not going to take your nonsense.
Right.
Don't come in there insecure because she might make $1 more than you. Come in there with the right frame of mind that you are looking for a relationship, and you just might find what you want. But don't come in there backpedaling and no, these some serious ladies. They gonna see it.
Well, I want to ask you about that, because that's one of the, the show is a part of pop culture at this point. And so what's happening in pop culture shows up in the conversations. And there is this, especially in the last year, this conversation about a high value man. And I think we saw that kind of play out, the conversation about, if a man is not able to provide at a certain level, is there still value there? What's your thought process on there? Because we saw Chris, one of the contestants there, really, got put out there for his response on not being able to maybe provide totally for a woman, and that has been a big part of the conversation. So how do you weigh in on that?
I don't think a man should be measured by his bank account. I just don't. I think a man who has a good heart, a good spirit, I think with the right female, she can elevate him to the next level or help him get to the next level. But I don't think a man should be judged by his pocketbook. And I think now don't get me wrong, I still believe that when you come in and you're getting ready to get into a relationship, I think finance is important. I think it's something that has to be discussed. I think we need to lay it all out on the table so we can see what we're looking at and what we're getting ourselves into. Because think about it. I don't want to come and get into a relationship and we don't have this conversation. And then here we are a year and a half later, and I find out you owe $200,000 to somebody. This is not going to work. We are starting way below zero here. So but it's very important to find out what, and then you need to know what good qualities you have when it comes to finance. Me personally, I'm the guy that likes to go out and make the money. I like to bring it back home to my wife and you do what you got to do.
Good deal. Yeah.
Everything, save some money, and if it get low, I need to know.
Right. Well, I also want to ask, there's constant conversation about, we see what happens in the real dating world. And some people have said, we love the fact that there are people in their 30s and 40s, but what about people that look different as their size? Do you guys look at size? There was some comments from girls saying they should have more plus size women. They should have more plus size men. Cause you guys really, really showed up with the six packs with the men last season. I mean, you guys really went out of your way for that. But what do you think about just real people being represented on the show?
I totally agree. I think we can have all different shapes and sizes. I really do. We have a young lady on this coming season, beautiful as all get out. She's a thicker girl. I love her to death. And you know what I like more about her? She is confident. She is confident with her, and she carries herself in the utmost lady fashion that you want to see. And I think we should have some guys that don't have a six pack. Bring those guys on, because there's some men out there that don't have that are they're good men. Sure. So I do think that we have room to diversify when it comes to that.
Any couples that you really were rooting for? Because you had a few couples that got together after. I'm not sure about last season. Last season, I just don't know. I just know, Tommy, it seemed like people were connected. I don't know. But the season before, you guys had a few couples that connected after the show and were engaged. I'm not sure if they're married yet, but any couples that you're really rooting for that did connect through the show?
There were some couples in season 2 that I was really, really pulling for. Some things ended on some bad notes, sometimes between the ladies themselves, sometimes with male and female. But the little young brother who was out of Mississippi, oh my God, and he and Riva got together. Do you remember that?
Yes. I think it was Mike. Was it Mike?
No, yeah, it might have been.
I remember he and Riva hooked up after. Mario and Riva hooked up. Mario and Riva hooked up. Yes.
And I think they're still together.
They are.
Yeah.
They're here in Atlanta. They are still together. They are great. He actually liked her. She left, stayed with Tondi, and then realized after dating Tondi, maybe I need to go back. Got with Riva, and they've been together ever since then. And I remember interviewing them and saying, and he said, this is it. We fit, we click. And they've been together ever since.
And that's not anything negative towards Tondi. I think Tondi's beautiful. She's talented as all get out. They just weren't a good mesh together.
Right.
And that's the important thing that people have to realize is that everybody is not for you. So, you have to find what floats your boat, what mixes well with you. And then you can start working on the relationship. But, sometimes you pick the wrong one sometimes. It happens.
Yeah. Well, he admitted, sometimes it's a lot of beautiful women. I'm sure a lot of beautiful men. Everybody's head is on a swivel. So another question I wanted to ask you, because I had a chance to talk to a lot of the guys from last season. And one of the things that they talked about a lot, but we didn't see, was the male bonding and the fact that you guys had a chance to really kind of do some therapeutic moments for the men together. And I think, especially because of what we've all gone through as a country and then as a community, that idea of being able to just have therapy and talk and really connect is important. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because some of the guys really said they really enjoyed that and they wished we got a chance to see more of it.
If you could go behind the scenes and see a lot of things that took place with me and the guys in the lounge, and the camaraderie, the male bonding, just it's amazing. And you'll be surprised on this season. Oh my God, Christal, it's some moments in there that I know that the whole world gonna shed a tear. You know what I mean? So you guys got to get ready for it. And that's the thing about Ready to Love. We got a lot of hills and valleys. You know what I'm saying? We got some peak moments that's funny and crazy. We got some other moments that are just wild and oh my God, what was that? But we have some great soft moments where you get to see men open up and really share what they really got inside, and it gets emotional sometimes. So I think as Black women looking at your Black men, you're gonna be real proud.
Well, we always are proud of your representation. I always have to ask you for relationship advice because you do such a great job on the show. It's great to have a host that actually is living out, and we see you living it in real life. What you practice, you're actually preaching. So what advice would you have? We see so much going on, like I said, in the headlines with couples breaking up with Sweetie and Quavo and relationship expert, not practicing what he preaches and on his wife. So many things are going on, and people are seeing so many negative examples. What relationship advice would you give someone out there that feels like they're ready for love, but is a little discouraged because of what they see going on around them?
You know what? Relationships to me it's not for the moment. Relationship is for the long haul. So when you walk down that aisle and you say I do, then the book says until death do us part. So if you want to lead, then somebody got to lay it down. That means you ready to get up. You ready to get up out of here. And you know what? That's all I seen growing up as a kid with my mother and my father. Divorce was never an option. Divorce was never a conversation. It was never ever discussed. So you live that life as if you're going to have that partner forever. There are no other options. We are in this to win this. You my ride or die. You my partner. I'm not going to be somewhere embarrassing you. I'm going to give you everything I got. And that's like I told you earlier, I don't mind coming home, making a lot of money and giving her all of it, saying, I know you got this. It's a trust factor. She trusts me. I trust her. We're going to ride till the wheels fall off.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, last question right here. What lets you know when you talk to these singles, Tommy, because you talked to them last season, but I trusted you the first 2 seasons. I'm a little concerned.
Trust me on this one that's coming. Please trust me on this one.
I'm going to trust you on this one. How do you know when someone is talking to you if they really are ready to move on? Because a lot of the singles last season, it seemed like they still had things connecting them, not just the babies, but a lot of them had relationships from the past connecting them. How do you know if someone truly is ready to move forward and ready to love?
You know what? And you're right. A lot of people had. There was a lot of luggage. There was a lot of luggage on that resort. That
Literally.
literally, that people had not let go of. And there was a gentleman named Calfani on the resort who, as soon as he touched back down in Houston, the young lady, he was done with her. And I was crushed. I was like, so what happened? Me and my ex, she left me a note on my door. So, the day you come back, it's just a note. Just happened to be on your door. They know when you coming back, so the note ain't fly off for nothing. It's just been hanging on there all this time. Get out of here. So this time around, let me tell you something. I was looking for the games so I could put those fires out early. Who got the game? And when I find out you got the game, I'm gonna stomp it out. So that's the advice I can give is get away from your luggage if you're trying to move forward in a relationship. Now, there's a lot of people, Christal, that's got luggage that they've been hanging on to, and it's infested in them. It's like a cancer, and they don't talk about it. But at the same time that you're trying to have a conversation with somebody else, that's still there. And if you don't get rid of it and let it go, you're bringing all that negativity into the next relationship that you're about. So guess what? That guy or that girl doesn't get a fair shot in this because you still got this thing that you're carrying that you have not talked about. Now, if I can get them to talk about it and let's get it out in the air, guess what? When they bring it out and discuss it, they break down. They can't hold it. But once it lingers in the air, it's gone. You just needed to talk about it. You needed to discuss it. What was it that hurt you? What did it? Guess what? The person that you're looking at, they're not trying to do that to you.
Yeah.
But you bringing that.
Right.
You think you're acting like they the same person you just left. So guess what? You still with that man.
Yeah.
You're not with him physically, but he's still in here. And he didn't went on about his life.
Yes, he has. Yes, that's the truth. Well, you're premiering tonight. We're back. I'm excited. Our audience loves this show. Give us something. I know you're not going to give us something that we can expect as we sit down and get ready to watch the premiere tonight of Ready to Love.
I'm going to give you a little something tonight. Okay. It's happening. I'm going to show you something that I have not shown you before.
Okay.
Ever. Okay. All right, that's it.
You're wrong for that. You are wrong for that. But we appreciate you. We're tuning in tonight on season 4, Ready to Love. Thank you so much, Tommy. We look forward to having you back at the end of the season to talk some more.
Thank you for having me. Be blessed, baby.
Bye-bye.
You good?
Yeah, we're good. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. In about an hour, Ready to Love is going to premiere right here on OWN, right on OWN. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, of course, this Friday here on Reality Check. We'll definitely have to get back and see if Tommy knows what he's talking about this season. See you guys later.